Clarendon Kenworth Klassic 2025. In front of me are the four men that made it happen. Bruce Gunter, g'day Bruce.
How are you, Tony?
Chappo, how are you, mate?
How you going, mate?
John.
How you going, mate?
And McCormack on that side, because I don't know if it's left or right looking this side in the camera. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. I know you're busy, I'll only keep you a minute. I just wanted a quick background on the Klassic, how it started. I'm a newbie here,
Yep.
not been here before. I understand you started around 2016.
16, yeah.
Yeah, but there was stuff happening before that.
Yeah.
Chappo, take us back to the start.
Well, it was probably about 17 years ago. And if you can zoom over that old cab over Kenworth there,
Right.
that was one of 3 trucks that started the truck show. And it's been here every truck show. No, I've lost my voice. Every truck show since.
We've all lost our voices.
Yeah, but yeah, we've had some great times here. It's fantastic.
So the Steam Society,
The Machinery Club.
Machinery Club, had been here for quite some time.
Yep.
And
I think
what
they've done it for like 30 years or something, haven't they?
Yeah, but not
They've
here.
been here a long time.
About 17
The
years here.
scenery show was sort of, as a show, was sort of struggling a bit.
Yeah, in numbers.
And then we said to them, what about we start bringing some trucks along
Tag on.
and tag along the thing? And as Dave said, that was one of the first trucks that we brought to the show.
Right. So that first year was how many trucks?
Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon?
I know Dave rang the phone numbers for 2 weeks. Didn't do any work. We made a lot of phone calls.
Yeah, I think a lot of the old trucks used to pop along here, and there was just a bit of a mixture, like there is out the front there now.
Yeah.
And then it was actually the anniversary of Kenworth being imported into Australia, when Chappo turned around and said, we need to celebrate this, because Kenworth Australia didn't really acknowledge it. They acknowledged when they built their first Kenworth in Australia, but of course around 10 years earlier they'd been imported out here. And so Chappo turned around and said, oh, I think we need to try and get one of every model here. And I thought, this guy's an absolute lunatic. And but of course he started ringing around and he pulled it off, and there was like 107 Kenworths, I think it was there, just one from memory. It was that. I don't know why I got that number in my head.
That was 2012, wasn't it?
Something like that. And 2012. So it was.
But we did particularly ask for S models too, didn't we? So the S models came out.
Yeah, that's right.
And one of our mates has got a fair few S models, so he bought a few out, and Dave organised to get Ed Cameron out.
Was that with Ed Cameron? Yeah.
And Ed Cameron imported the first ones.
Yes.
So that was how Ed Cameron came out. Yeah. So it was a really special event. And then, of course, Dave said, after that, Chappo said, I hate trucks and I don't want anything to do with it. And then a few years later, he came to
Have
me.
you been working on them for a few years, Chappo?
And he'd had a few Woodstocks, and he came up to me one night and he said, I think we need to do a Kenworth only show. And I thought, you are a lunatic. And he said, can you help me organise it?
And Bruce is the organiser of organisers.
So the other lunatic said,
Yeah, so
the other lunatic
said I'll do it.
And that was how it happened. So we just talked about a rough idea what we could do.
But as Chappo said, Bruce is the organiser of organisers. He won't get a better organiser.
And it's brought people out with, they're doing their vehicles up like never before.
Yeah.
Really forward to come here.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And all the old ones, they're bringing them out of the woodwork because of having a theme each year.
Yeah.
And
So-
people are flat out for a year getting the trucks ready when they know what the theme is.
Yeah. So your theme this year was the Anteater, wasn't it?
Yep, T600, 601.
Which is probably one of the least popular.
Oh, not with me.
Well, no, I gathered not from you, Dave, because you were the one that insisted you
Soon as
do
it
a
was put
600.
out there, the prices jumped $20,000.
I know the innovators.
Look, I'm talking to 4 men of power here.
Anyone's got an eater, we just take cash.
I openly say I reckon they're butt ugly. And I said, who
We
would
love
want to
it.
do them up? And Jay said, let's feature anteaters. And I went, that'd be fantastic. That's still the event. And instead we smashed it. So
Do you know how many you got here?
we actually just got a count just before we came on here. It was 853 registered. So it's growing each year. That's just for Kenworths registered in this event.
Yeah, because there's hundreds,
So it's
hundreds of other trucks parked
Yeah,
out the
there's
back there.
probably
probably
3 or 400
300.
buses and trucks and everything.
About 40 down there this morning.
Yeah.
Anteaters and 60.
Yeah, about 40, but there's probably another.
out the front of the event.
Yeah.
So it's not an us and them, but we just say the front, which is the Sydney Antique Machinery Club, and we're at the back doing the Kenworth Klassic. So when we decided to do it, I just said to Dave, look, to make it easy, I said to go and hire a ground and to go through the insurances and all the stuff you've got to go through. There's a lot of rigmarole depending on the council, and this one's pretty tough out here. But I said, let's just see if they'll let us do it off the back of their show, because they're already established. And we'll just do it out the back, because they had said to me before, we'll get 40 acres out the back that nothing happens with, but we pay for it. So that's how it sort of came about. And also we had a really big show in Sydney, which was a vintage truck show at the Fire Museum. A gentleman by the name of Mark White ran that for many years.
Right.
And Mark unfortunately passed away of a heart attack a few years ago, and quite suddenly. He was about as warm as a floor tile when it came to dealing with entrance. So but he had to run it tight, and we know why, because a lot of rules and regulations and the safety stuff guts in on everything. And he was a fiery as well, so he was all about safety. And so we said, so look, we want to keep it a bit laid back. And I said, let's do it opposite to that. So we wanted to make sure that try and make sure there was no charge to get in. I didn't want to do any trophies or anything like that, because I don't like judging. I just think be proud of what you're driving. And
it'd be impossible to do with this.
You could.
And we wanted to give them a badge.
Justice.
Well, you see, up at Casino, they can still judge 600 trucks up there. So, I mean, it is doable, but it's controversial. And I think that I was sort of a bit and ahhing, but I thought, let's just try that and see. But what it did do was bring out a lot of people who normally wouldn't go to a show, because there's no judging involved, and therefore they go, well, let's go. But mate, 2/3 of the people here prep these trucks as though they are going to show them and get them judged.
I've noticed that.
It's insane.
The quality of trucking and what they're finishing off and what they've done, and I've walked around, and everywhere I've walked there's been someone polishing a stack or a tank or whatever.
So Kermie,
and there's no need to do it.
So
really
windy,
They're passionate about the product. So.
Yes,
Oh, exactly. So look, Kenworth Australia got behind us. Gilbert and Roach Parts got behind us. Chris Richardson's a Gilbert and Roach Parts, and he's been absolutely brilliant. Kenworth Australia said, yeah, would like to back it. So we also become the really, really good blokes that give out a bag worth about $100 to every entrant that they donate to us. And that way the people, not that they're not having to pay to come in here, and a lot of them are going, oh, how much is it? And reach for their wallet. We go, no, that's free, mate, and here's a bag, have a good day. Just don't do anything stupid. And Johnny he takes control of the parking.
All the parking.
What, you lose a vote, did you, John?
What's that? No, we've done it for day one. It was all right. We had 100 trucks. Sometimes now we've got 850.
So we had to supercharge the golf buggy so you can get it done quicker.
Well, the first year I did it, I walked around here.
Yes.
I couldn't feel my legs for 3 days after I finished. I said, I can't do this next year. But this year we had about...
Barry Hunt from GRS donates buggies to us every year since that one, because he saw John crippled. So he donates a couple of buggies to us every year. Just rang one time and said, would you like a couple? And we use those to get around, and it makes life. He just happily does it there, and that's what we find. A lot of people come out of the side streets and say, what can we do to help you? Because they just love the event, and the passion is just undeniable, mate. Like we know what it's like. We've been around trucks for a long time.
I've seen
we all live and breathe them,
but I've not seen anything like this.
We are open to offers in the future.
The Kermie, okay, you haven't been before. It's just normal for us. What do you think? Seriously, what did you think, mate?
I've not seen anything like it. I mean,
even in the States you won't see nothing.
Well, I've got to sit down and write about this tomorrow, and I honestly don't know where to start. I mean, my job is to impart the feeling of this show. And it's going to take me a day and a half to come up with an opening paragraph, and then it'll flow.
Well, you walk past and ask anyone, everyone's having a good time, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
And we didn't get any grief either. Like, there might be the odd little headache. So the worst thing that happens is someone, they haven't got their wristband on, and we just couldn't make it as clear than we had to.
I still never had one.
They won't let him in. So
I had to
you've got to have
pay.
a wristband to come in. But it's $10 to get in, like for the whole weekend. Like it's as cheap as chips for a family to come here, and it's not just trucks.
Right.
Even I'd get bored shitless with trucks. Excuse me. But out there we've got tractors, and there's timber cutting and putt engines and steam traction engines. There's a locomotive running past here.
From 9 in the morning to 10 at night for the tractor.
It's just insane.
I put headphones on last night when I crawled into bed.
So that's what makes it something special. This has now become, and with the inclusion of this part now, it's now made this the largest show in the Southern Hemisphere. I think officially now the largest collection of Kenworths in the world.
That'd be the biggest Kenworth show in the world.
So we just beat New Zealand. We just beat New Zealand.
We just beat New Zealand.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's good.
they 750.
That's what you get for living in New Zealand.
And,
But we got
their show was fully factory backed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I heard they tipped in an awful lot of money to make that
1.5?
one work.
No, millions.
Yeah.
And look,
And I was
for
asked-
the money that we make money out of our trade stands, we give it back to the machinery clubs because they donate it.
You pay for the grounds.
It obviously, we've all got our own businesses, so it costs us. There's a lot of time that goes in, but we just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we do it for mental health, and that's really important. Everyone here just kicks back and enjoys life and forgets about life's crap for a few days, and I think that's really important.
There's
mate.
a lot to be said for that.
Yeah, well, we're
Mick,
pretty
Mac,
helpful when we come here. When we leave, we're mentally up.
I'm the quiet one out of all of us.
Yeah, but
Thank
Mick,
you.
Mac, you haven't told me what you actually do here at the show, mate. You know,
We're still trying to figure
we
it
know
out.
John
Pick up the
Parks.
rubbish.
We know Bruce is the
Mick does
organiser.
disabled
mouthpiece.
parking.
Chappo's everybody's mate.
I've done disabled parking 1 year,
Yeah.
never again.
Stuffed
I've
it up.
never
We had
been
to sack him.
abused all my life. No, most of them are pretty good. No, I just take
I'll tell you what Mick Mac does.
Rego numbers.
These guys turn around and say, we're going to build a truck for the Classic. And he'll say, but it's only 4 weeks away. Yeah, I know. So you need to get that one done. And he's the poor bastard that has to do it.
Isn't a truck over here in the corner somewhere
blue
the other
one.
night?
Yeah,
Blue one, yeah.
yeah.
Four
That
weeks.
only came out of the paint shop.
Put the
didn't
colour on last weekend.
There's a show last
3
week.
weeks, 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. without dinner.
it? So you three have worked together for
A long time.
27, 30 years?
Yeah, a long part.
What do you do? I mean, I know,
We're
but
just
tell
mates.
me.
Argue.
I get stressed out. I'm the only one who gets stressed out.
Because when they buy a wreck, right, there's 3 of us, right? Dave and John say yes, I say no, just to keep the girls happy. Right? So I said, sorry girls, I got outvoted. You have to buy it. And the girls say, Debbie and Caroline go, well, maybe we should start voting.
Mate, you
Oh no, we don't want them to vote.
So the boys own Northwest Trucks.
Northwest, yeah.
They're very, very well known in Sydney, really around the country. They rebuild Kenworths mainly. And I tell you, when it comes to the rebuilds they do, look, I've known them for a long time now. These 3 guys are absolute machines when it comes to the knowledge that they have of these trucks. They're not R&R. It's not like they're working at Cummins and doing an engine replacement.
No, we got no money.
They rebuild everything. Absolutely everything, and they're really, really talented guys there, and they're good blokes too. And I mean, I've got to say that it's a joy doing this with them.
And
because
it is
we all just have a
enjoyment.
laugh, and we all get on well, and that's
Enjoy,
why they all get on. They're
The
good.
bourbon helps.
But a show like this is not going to work for so many years unless you've got that cohort and that base and that friendship and
there's a lot of-
everybody willing to...
There's a lot of other people that help us here too.
as well.
Well,
There's a
Yeah,
lot
look,
of,
well, there's no way 4 of you can do it. And I know, for example, Phil Smiley Spencer has been up here every year. And he is probably the face of Kenworth because he mentioned to me that actually Kenworth management have never come to the show.
Yeah, the last 2
We've had a lot of
we've had a
come
lot.
up now.
Oh, okay.
And they've gotten to see it there, but there are people out of the like engineering and off the floor who build them, and so they realise what a big thing it was. Marketing team have come up here, so they sort of come up and are a bit blown away because for Kenworth they build new trucks.
Yes.
And not everyone's into the passion. Phil Spencer's the only one that rocks up in the car park. They've all got Halals and Build Your Dreams and Kias and shit, and he turns up there in the Kenworth Prime Mover and parks it in the staff parking. So that's the beauty of Phil. He's come here since day dot. Malcolm Toop's another one. He's retired from there now, but he used to come up every year as well. Just because they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
But I've also got to call out, like, our wives are fantastic when it comes to this. There's a lot that goes into it. And the girls come up and work here as well. And then we've got Terry and Christy who are just logging vehicles in all day. They've been in there for like 16 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
They're amazing.
You couldn't do it without these
No.
people.
No.
I had the privilege of talking with Debbie, who's Chappo's wife, for about an hour and a half on Friday night. What a gentle, understanding, lovely person she is.
Lucky she picked me.
Debbie holds Northwest Trucks together.
Well, she told me that she was 16 when you guys met, and she was 16 when you two met. And, you've been together all these years, and mate, surprise, she still loves you madly.
She's not used to
That's
finding out
deep
it's
down.
too late. You know?
That's it.
She spoke to you for an hour and a half because with Dave, you didn't let her get a word in.
Too
so
late
she
to
just
walk
let it
away.
go
She
on.
said she's too
Here
old
we
to
go,
run
steam
these
train.
days. Yeah, here we go, steam train, folks.
Yeah, we do everything.
Yeah.
I'll have one.
Gentlemen, what you've done is nothing short of a miracle. And at the end of the day, I know you've got helpers, but it's come down to you four that have got this thing off the ground and watched it grow. And I've seen you running around like blue-ass flies. It's taken me 2 days to get you together for this. I promised Bruce it'd only be 5 minutes, and I think we're at about 15 now.
Yeah.
We are.
Oh, that's right. Mate, we were just waiting for you to offer the bourbon before we start.
I've only got scotch here, mate.
No, I've got to drive heavy vehicles.
Heavy vehicles this harbour. No drinking Sunday.
No drinking.
Guys, congratulations. It is just mind-blowing. People, if you've not been to this show, and I've spoken to people this weekend who've come from Perth, from Tasmania, look, come from New York and London, because you will not see another show like it. And it's not that, it's a camaraderie. There's, if you want something to eat, there's plenty of places there. I mean, you've just covered everything. And when you do get tired of the trucks and you want to sit down, you can go across to the Vintage Machinery Show and have a look, and that's pretty cool too. The tractor pulls and
probably one of the biggest machinery shows in the country as well.
Yeah.
But the best thing is seeing the people out here enjoying themselves.
That's right.
You know, the kids get
about
hopping in. We're taking hopping any of the trucks.
Yeah.
You know, no one
Take them for a drive.
They just it's just happy atmosphere with everyone that comes in, and that's what you want to see.
No, it is brilliant. Hats off to you. It is
and
wonderful.
honestly, Kermit, I mean, in all seriousness, hats off to you too, because you go around covering these events, you know, same as what Fletch does of Classic Restos, you bring this into lounge rooms to let people know what we're doing. It's a bit of a thankless job, I think, what you guys do, but you do it extremely well. You know, we've all got our little things that we're good at, but you do this really well, mate. I know you've done it for a long time.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. You know, I'm big-headed enough to take the kudos. No, look, it is great. And look, from my point of view, the number of people I've walked around and said, "Hello, Kermie, how you going?" And I don't know them from Bar of Soap, or if I do, I've forgotten their names.
That's because we told them all you were coming.
There's only one thing left for you to do, because today is my 73rd birthday, so a little rendition of Happy Birthday to me. I wouldn't ask.
Enough to drink. It's actually my wedding anniversary today. So my wife, when I woke up this morning, she's the first time she's ever stayed here. She said, "Happy anniversary, darling." I said, "Thanks very much. I've got to go." And I just hopped up the first things out the door. So
was that why the truck was rocking?
The bus was rocking.
No, that's because she snores so much.
Boom, boom. Righto.
Thanks, Kermie.
Thanks,
Mick,
everyone.
Thank you
John,
very much, mate.
Chappo,
Cheers,
and
Kermie.
Mr. Gunter.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you
Brother.
very much. Can't wait to get back here next year.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
See you,
Good
Good on you,
you,
mate.
Bye.
Thanks for having.
I guess we'd call this bloke the face of Kenworth here at the Kenworth Klassic. Phil, better known as Smiley Spencer. Mate, how are you?
Good, thanks, Gary.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So you've been coming up here since, of course, the train goes by while we're doing this. So we'll just let him
that
go.
or a plane.
Yeah. Not to mention people and steam engines and the whole rest of the show that's going on around here. Mate, you've been coming up here
From day one.
From day one. So 2016, I think,
Yep, first one.
Chappo said.
Yeah, been
Tell us-
helping out.
tell us about
Whenever
how you
they need
feel
a hand,
about it.
A hand doing things, packing bags.
Yeah,
whatever
well,
they're doing, rounding people up.
and they did
parking
give you a lot of kudos when I was talking to them just before.
Oh, right.
So, mate, it's a good thing you do. You do it for the love of the show. You do it obviously for the love
for
of
the
the
brand,
product.
yeah.
Because for those that don't know, Smiley's a long-term employee of Kenworth. Down
Coming
in
up to 22 years in engineering.
there you go. Yeah, heavily involved in the SAR Legend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was involved in all the Legend series.
So, I mean, it should have your signature somewhere on that truck.
Oh, some of them actually have.
We'll have to speak to the Cornwall boys and see if it's on theirs.
No, it wasn't on theirs.
Oh, wasn't it? Well, I
A couple
think.
of owners wanted me to sign their trucks for whatever reason.
Yeah,
so,
we're getting away from the the case in point, which is the Kenworth Klassic, mate. How would you describe it? Because I'm struggling.
Unbelievable. I think we started off with about 100 Kenworths, and every year it's grown and grown. 722 last year.
830 plus this year.
Yeah.
And
New
quite
Zealand
a
had
few that haven't registered, I was
That's right.
told. So.
Yeah, New Zealand had a show for the 100 years of Kenworth a couple of years ago, and they got 750. Oh, it was last year, sorry, and 750. And yeah, we finally picked that.
This could be, as Bruce said, could very well possibly be a world record of
for
Kenworths
in one
together.
spot. Yeah.
And it's just people getting in their trucks, coming up, no prizes.
Great atmosphere, beautiful weather.
The atmosphere is second to none. But they're still out there polishing their trucks, cleaning them down, getting the dust off them,
100%.
polishing the stacks.
There's a lot of passion out there.
Yeah, it's an amazing event. If people haven't been here before,
any Kenworth, not just the big shiny bangers.
no, there's old
rusty
gear here
old-
as well.
Yep.
And this year was all about the anteaters, and there's hundreds of them here.
Yep.
Who would have thought?
That's right.
As Chappo said, he loves them, and Bruce said, and I hate them.
Yeah,
But
exactly, from day one.
Mate, they've got a following, and they are part of the history of Kenworth, and here you get to see everything. It is special. Mate, thank you for all that you do for this show, because I know you put in every year, and I've seen you running around like a blue-ass fly since the minute we got here. I'm glad I could grab you for 2 minutes to have a chat.
worries. Thanks,
we'll see you back down south.
Will do.
Good on you,
Definitely.
mate. Get that truck of yours back on the road.
Yeah, I get it.
Good
Go
on you, chap. Talk to me.
What do you want me to say?
Hey.
Hey, Kobe.
You are one of the chief cooks and bottle washers of this show.
Oh, I just do the admin. I don't do too much.
I've been told you got very high praise from Bruce and from Chappo and from everybody else.
Well, I try and make
And you sat in
sure-
there for, what, 17 hours yesterday or something?
I started at 7, they started coming in, so 6 o'clock I was up there setting up. And we walked out of there at 11 p.m. And at that point we had 600 and I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, look, what you do is wonderful.
Thank
You know,
you.
because it is, at the end of the day, and they all acknowledge that they've got helpers, but there's not as though there's hundreds of them.
No,
You know,
no,
there's
it's only a small team.
There's people like you and Smiley, who comes up each year.
Yep.
He's the face of Kenworth, I guess, of the
He
factory.
is our face of
up
Kenworth.
here. And a number of others, but you know, the fact that relatively few of you can put this together and run it each year and run it as well as it is,
Thank you.
and the joy and the happiness that I've seen on everybody's face
Yeah,
over
it's
the
been
last
good.
couple of days, from knee-high to a grasshopper to someone I was speaking to over there before, who's 89.
Oh, it's amazing.
You know,
isn't it?
and everybody in between. It is just mind-boggling.
It is. I find that it's a social calendar thing for a lot of people. They go like, I've looked forward to this all year and it's here. And this year, with so many on Friday night coming in, it became a second Saturday night. And we haven't experienced that yet. Usually everyone's just coming in and getting sorted for Saturday night. But this year it's been completely different. It's been such a great atmosphere.
I think John told me that they were lining up out the front on Thursday night.
They were. It was completely full out there. So normally it's an 8 a.m. bump in, and this time the showground people said, "Well, I think it's time. We're gonna start it at 7 because it's just full out there."
Yeah,
So it was their decision. So
it is
yeah.
amazing. Congratulations on what you do.
Thank you,
'Cause
thank you. But I don't think I
it doesn't
do that much.
survive.
The other guys do
It doesn't
more.
survive without people like you. So now we're going to go off camera because I've got to give you a hug.
Thank you.
Mwah.